Hey Alexa, how is the weather in Bangalore today?
Currently, in Bengaluru, India, it's 30 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 31 degrees and a low of 21 degrees.
Wow. Alexa, how is the air pollution in Bangalore?
This morning at 11 a.m., the air quality of Bengaluru, also called Bangalore, was satisfactory, with an air quality index of 57.
Alexa, how is the air quality in Mumbai?
This morning at 11 a.m., Mumbai's air quality was good, with an air quality index of 47.
Alexa, how is the air quality in Delhi?
This morning at 11 a.m., New Delhi's air quality was satisfactory, with an air quality index of 93.
Wow. Thank you for tuning back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rahul.
I hope you guys are staying safe in your houses today. So welcome to my first Q&A video on my YouTube channel. Last week मैंने Instagram और Facebook में post किया था कि I'll be doing this Q&A video and I got bunch of questions from you guys. So let's go straight into the questions. The first question is, how did you start your YouTube channel and what inspired you? I love traveling a lot. Earlier, whenever I used to travel, I used to write blogs online. Then, before going for traveling, I used to do a lot of research. Now, this research I used to do on YouTube, Facebook, online, everywhere, on social media, on Google. And that's when I saw these two guys, Drew Binsky and Nas Daily. So Drew Binsky has his YouTube channel and Nas Daily has his Facebook page. So these two guys are incredible. The way they make the videos, the way they shoot the videos, the way they cover the stories, the places that they visit, it's awesome. I really got inspired from them and that's how I opened my own YouTube channel. Let's go to the second question. How do you manage to cycle wherever you travel? So yeah, most of the places that I have visited, I have managed to rent out a cycle and I have visited these places on my cycle. Because cycling is my passion. So wherever I go, I make sure that I rent out a cycle. You get that freedom. You are independent. You can stop wherever you want. You can take photos, you can take videos. You can actually take some countryside routes where the vehicles are banned. And believe me, you will have a lifetime experience if you do that. You cannot experience the same thing if you are on a bus or a car or a bike. Bike maybe, but yeah, not on a car or a bike, not on a car or a bus. And also, cycling has benefits as well. So if you want to know more, I have created a separate video on this. What happens to your body and mind if you cycle for 60 minutes or more. So you can click the link here on the description and you can watch that video. So let's go to the third question now. How do you plan your travel? I've been asked this question by many people. So what I do is I have a T-2 years approach. अगर मुझे 2 साल बाद, let's say now is 2020, right? If I want to travel in 2022, मैं उसका planning अभी करता हूँ. And I like create a project sheet which covers 360-degree information. It covers everything, right from the air tickets, the visa, the places to visit, then the places to eat there, then the different currencies that I need to carry, then the cycles, bikes that I need to rent out. There are a lot of apps in different countries that you can install and you can rent out the cycles or bikes. Then the transportation or the sightseeing cards. जैसे कि यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में एक कार्ड होता है. Using that card you can use that card on a metro or a bus, or you can also go to the monuments, you can visit the different sightseeing places, you can use that card. So all those things I list out in a sheet, I create a budget, and then I follow the plan. These cards which I mentioned, right? So in different European countries you get these cards, and I try to purchase them in the month of December, the year before I go, because December में Christmas का offer होता है, so you get those cards at a cheaper rate. Another thing is that I make sure that if I'm traveling to any of the European countries, I try to fit maximum countries in my itinerary. The reason being, the air ticket is the only thing which is costly for you when you're going to Europe. Other things are under your control. With that being said, It differs for a person who is going alone or a solo trip, or if a couple is going or a family is going. So if you are going alone, you can visit one country in one day, and then you can maybe hop onto a train or a bus. You can sleep in the train or bus, and next day morning you are in a different country. You can save a lot of money by doing that. Even if you're a couple or if you're a family, you can always look out for Airbnb. Airbnb is the cheapest and the best thing which I have experienced till now. Okay, so let's go to the fourth question now. How do you save money for travel? It's a very favorite question. So whenever I do this research 2 years in advance, I have a complete sheet with all the budget. What is the cost of the air tickets? What is the cost of visa, hotels, sightseeing, food, the transportation in the country, and of course the duty-free shopping. So what I do is, I have the entire budget with me. I have the total amount. I also add in some forex currency, maybe some cash that I might need for emergency, and then I total that amount, and then I divide that total amount by 24. So the amount that I get, for example, let's say ki kharcha hai 2,40,000, and I divide that by 24, so it comes out to like 10,000 per month. So what I do is, I open an RD account of that 10,000 rupees, and that's how I accumulate the money slowly and steadily. And when you are near to your date of travel, what I always do is, most of them, like the hotels, will accept the bookings over email. They just need a confirmation, that's all. You don't need to pay it right then, right there. So you just need to communicate them via email and get a confirmation that is used as an evidence when you apply for a visa. The only thing which you need to book at least 6 months in advance, I would recommend, is the air ticket. Because air tickets are cheaper earlier. If as and when the date comes nearer, the air tickets become costly. So air tickets you have to book in advance. Rest all you can manage through emails, really. Okay, let's go to the fifth question. It's an interesting question. How do you manage work and travel? So I work in my office from Monday to Friday, and I do all these things like making videos, traveling on weekends. With that being said, whenever I am going to office on weekdays, I try to utilize the time which I get. For example, if I'm traveling in a bus, the traffic takes like an hour's time to reach office. So I utilize that time to think where I'm gonna go on a weekend, and I try to create a script on my mobile that time. So I utilize weekdays time in thinking, planning, scripting, etc. Similarly, if there is any office work which I get on a weekend, I don't hesitate to do that on a weekend. So it's like round the clock. And usually I have a plan for domestic and international travels well in advance. So I know the dates well in advance, hence I plan my leaves efficiently. And then there are this 10-12 leaves, the festival leaves that you get in a year, right? I try to utilize those leaves for creating local sightseeing videos. Let's say if I'm in Bangalore, I'll create Bangalore videos. If I'm in Mumbai, I'll create Mumbai videos. If I'm in Hyderabad, I'll create some Hyderabad videos, which you'll soon get to see on my YouTube channel. Okay, the next question: what camera gear do you use to shoot? So when I started my channel, I used to use the GoPro 5 to shoot my videos. Then I got a Nikon D5300, which is an excellent camera for beginners. After creating few videos, I realized that I needed that stabilization in my videos. And when I researched, I found DJI Osmo Pocket is an awesome camera. If you want to shoot videos, take some cinematic shots, it's an awesome camera. So now, whenever I go out, I use GoPro for action videos. Like for example, if I'm cycling, if I'm going on a bike, I use GoPro to take the shots. If I want to shoot cinematic videos, I use my Osmo Pocket. If I want to do vlogging, I use Osmo Pocket and DSLR both. So these are my set of cameras. Okay, so the next question is, what is the topmost thing that has changed in your life because of lockdown? Yeah, certainly life has changed a lot due to this lockdown for everyone. I think it's a pause button. We were just running, and now it's paused. Because of this lockdown, people have started doing things which they had at the back of their mind, but they never really got time because of the pace at which they were running. So if you see today on social media, Facebook, Instagram, you will see a lot of people sharing their talents. Some people are singing, some people are dancing, some people are painting, drawing, some people are cooking. I mean, everyone, most of you have become master chefs by now. But the point really is that this lockdown has brought that creativity out of all of us. And we need to take this forward. Whenever we come out of lockdown, which we will for sure, we should all make sure that we devote some time for ourselves, for the creative side of our life. Now let's take my example. I used to make travel videos, and some of the times I used to make some food videos whenever I visit any food street or anything like that. But I never thought that I will be making a funny video. I tried it last week. It was my first experience, and it was I got a good response, and I got some feedback, I got some suggestions from my friends as well. And maybe that will be like a regular video on my channel. You never know. So guys, we have now come to an end of this Q&A video. I hope you like this video. If you like my video, please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rahul in Wonderland. Take care, be safe, and keep smiling.